That's very important. And, if someone tried to form some sort of a secular group like that, it would quickly devolve into being a cult, most likely.
Yeah, depending on...
It would become someone trying to fuck everybody's wife. That's what it would be.
Well, if you had someone at the top... Well, that comes when someone's at the top who has the eternal wisdom and is imparting it to you, and part of that process of dispensation is to fuck your wife. There's actually a story I think I had told in an endnote of the End of Faith. I knew some guys who brought out a guru from India who they just thought was just quite literally the Messiah. He was a sort of kind of naked yogi. I mean, yogi who just wore this little
almost like
Speedo,
a jockstrap,
like a Speedo, and long jetta, long dreadlocks, and he's kind of this kind of gorgeous 25-year-old Indian sadhu who was silent, so he would never speak. So the only wisdom is very kind of low bandwidth teaching. The only wisdom you're going to get from him is what he could write out on a like an 8x10 chalkboard. So he'd write these, just gnomic little sentences in response to your questions. And he was a really good drummer, so he would lead these kirtans, these devotional chanting sessions where he would drum, and people would get quite out of their minds and happy. And so they were just worshiping this guy. They brought him out, and at a certain point, I don't know how he must have communicated this on his chalkboard. He said he needed to start sleeping with the various, as luck would have it, the most beautiful wives of his devotees. And so he was doing that. But the breaking point came when the one guy who was his host, whose wife was sleeping with him, gave him Häagen-Dazs. The sadhu wanted to eat Häagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream with cashews for breakfast. So that was like someone gave him Häagen-Dazs and it blew his mind, and so he needed this for breakfast. So he was this guy was walking through the like the Ralph's freezer aisle at in the morning, getting a resupply of vanilla ice cream, and that was the moment. That was the final straw where he realized, okay, this guy is just
that was
we're just this guy's tool, and they just sent him back to India. He's like, put the ice cream back on the shelf.
That's hilarious.
Pack your
that
bags.
Would be the tipping point.
Yeah.
After fucking everybody's wife.
It wasn't the wife. It was the Häagen-Dazs.
That's ridiculous. So what did the Häagen-Dazs just represent? Something so silly that it couldn't be argued?
It was just too obviously carnal. Like there was no tantra. You might be doing tantra with my wife, but you're not doing tantra with the Häagen-Dazs for breakfast.
Obviously carnal.
Yeah.
Ice cream being carnal. That's very funny.